Hello Internet people, my name is Robert and I'll show you how to use Shopify in about 20 minutes. We will cover all the basics like installing a template, create a product, set up a collection, and obviously payment methods and talking about shipping settings. To get started, go to this URL or click on the first link in the description. By doing this, you will also get a free trial and the first 3 months for just $1 a month. On this page, fill in your email address and click on the Start Free Trial button. Answer the questions, or you can also skip them by clicking on this button here. Then enter your store name. Don't worry, if it's not the final name, you can change it later if needed. Choose the country you will be selling in, and I'm going to choose to create the account with my email. Next, it will ask for a password, so I'm just gonna enter it here, and then click Next. And it will generate the store. This takes about 30 seconds. Later, don't forget to verify your email address. You should get an email from Shopify about it. This is the Shopify dashboard. First, let's choose how your shop will look like. Navigate to the online store section in the left menu. By default, a theme called Dawn is installed. You can view it by clicking on the View Your Store here at the top. You can see that right now it doesn't have much in it. We will fill this with your content later. Let's close this tab and scroll down until you see this Visit Theme Store button and click on it. Use the filters to see only free themes. You can preview the themes by clicking on the theme's thumbnail image and then click on the View Demo Store button. This will give you a live preview of how the theme will look like on your store. And don't worry, you can always change your theme later, and in most of cases, the updates you've done, they will be also transferred to the new theme. Once you've found the theme you like, click on the Try Theme button to begin the installation process. Choose the account where you want to use this theme, and then click on Add Theme button. Now you can see that the theme is being installed here. Once it's done, just scroll down until you see this new theme name. In my case, it's Refresh. And then next to it, click on Publish. And again on Publish. Now let's create a product in Shopify so we have something to work with. In the left-hand menu, click on Product tab and click on Add Product button. Fill in the product information, so the product title, description, and notice how you have options to stylize the text in the description, add links and images or videos. Then add at least one product image or video, but ideally you would have 4 to 6 images and maybe one video. Give the product a price. You can add inventory information right here, like the SKU and the quantity in the stock. Then select physical goods if that applies to your product. And here at the bottom, you have options where you can set different variations for your product, such as color and size. My product has color options, white and buttermilk. Don't ask me what the difference between these colors, I wouldn't know. If you scroll down, you have a new section called variants, and here you can set also the quantity that you have, so you can have stock levels per variant. You can also edit how this page appears in the search engines just by clicking on Edit. Let's scroll up to the Product Organization section. Set the product category, type, and vendor, if it applies to you, obviously. Right now, you can't set the collection. We will create it in a few minutes, so don't worry about it. Then give the products some tags. You can use them to group products by different things like category, brand, color, and size. And then you can create automated collections with those tags. Okay, you probably noticed that there are not that many fields to add details about this product. So it's just a description. To add more fields, you need to use something called meta fields, which you can enable in settings under meta fields. And don't forget to click on Save to create the product. So let me exit this product. And now we have our first product here, and I'll quickly add a few more. Next, let's create a few collections. In the left sidebar, under Products, select Collections. You'll notice you already have one collection here called Homepage, but we don't need it. Let's just delete it by selecting this and then clicking on these 3 dots. You can delete the collection. Then hit the Create Collection button. You'll then be prompted to give your collection a title and a description. They work the same way as with products. After that, you can add a product to the collection by manually selecting them or by using conditions to automatically add products that meet certain criteria. Let's first select Automated. You will be prompted to set up a condition for the products that will be included in this collection. So for example, a product type is equal to boots. This means all the products that we set as boots in the product type, they will be included in this collection. And you can add multiple conditions if you want to. Scroll up, and on the right, you can add a collection image. You just select an image and upload it. Let's save the collection and view the page. You can see the page has title, description, and image. And beneath, you have all the products that have that boots in their product type. Let's close this tab and go back to collections. And now we will add a collection manually. Give it a title and scroll down and select manual. Then you need to save this collection. Now you see you're able to search for products that you want to add to this collection. It's super simple and it's just not dynamic, and you need to do it manually every time. And voila, you have created 2 collections in Shopify. Okay, now we are ready to update the layout of the product page, as this is the most important page on every e-commerce website. Head to the online store on the left and click on the Customize button under your theme. This is the theme editor. On top, you can change the page type. So let's select products and select the default product. I recommend using the most complex products, so with the most variations, content, or images to build the product page. You can change the product by clicking on this link here, then select the product you want. So the announcement bar, header, and footer show up on all pages in your store, but the items below the template, that's specific to the product page. Under template title, you have a section, and inside each section you have blocks, which are specific to the parent section. You can move the sections or blocks up and down on the page by clicking on and holding. So by clicking and holding this 6-dot icon like this, just hold it and then it will work. If at any point you need to see your website on mobile, you can click on this desktop icon at the top and select mobile. But just remember, 70 to 80% of your traffic will be probably on mobile. I'll change back to desktop just for this tutorial. And you also have the undo and redo buttons here at the top. Let's start adding content to our product page. So first of all, we have announcement bar. If we open it up, it's this bar here at the blue, and usually you just promote your discount there or maybe free shipping. And you could come here and then change the text and also the color if you want to. But in my case, I'm starting out, so I don't have anything yet. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go back. And when I hover over this part of the announcement bar, I can hide it by clicking on this eye icon. The next we have a header. So if I click on the header, I can adjust things. And header is just basically this part of the website. And also the search and this thing. So first of all, I will choose a logo. So let's select an image and click to upload the image and then select. Now you can see that my logo appears here. Actually, this logo now is in the center here. I don't like it. I would like it to be on the left. So I can come here, desktop logo position, and I'm going to select middle left. And now it's a bit more traditional looking logo. And it's a bit too big, so I'm going to adjust the width to 110 pixels like this. Perfect. Now it's not too big. If I scroll down, we're going to cover the menu in a bit later in this tutorial. And then you have the same settings for mobile layout and some other settings. Let's exit the header. Next, let's click on the product information section. These are the settings for this section. For example, you can change the layout for desktop and mobile and some other settings. I like this thumbnail layout, and maybe the image is too large, so I'll choose the medium for the media size. And you have the same settings for the mobile layout. Let's exit this section. Inside of the section, you can add more blocks by clicking on this button. For example, let's take the text block. Let's add some text, and you see it appears on the page here on the right. But keep in mind, this text will be the same on all product pages. You can remove this block by clicking on the trash icon here. Some sections don't have any blocks, like this product recommendation, but it still has some settings when you click on it. You can adjust the heading, how many products to show, color scheme, etc. To add a new section, just click on this link and select the section you want. For example, an image banner. Again, this section will show up on all product pages, so it has to be generic. Here you can upload images and adjust height, position, and color scheme. But I'm not going to use this section, so I'm going to just remove it. And then lastly, we have footer. Let's click on it. And I'm going to disable the email signups as I don't have it yet, but you should definitely start with email marketing as soon as possible. You can also choose if you want to show social media icons. I'll show you in a second where to set these. And see if the other settings apply to you. For example, I like to show payment methods icons in the footer. Let's exit the footer settings, and now we can adjust the blocks inside. Just see if you want to keep any of the links or text in the footer and adjust them according to your plans. Then we have this theme settings tab. Keep in mind that these apply to all pages in your shop. Here you can adjust the colors, typography, button sizes, and other design related settings. For example, let's click on colors, and here we can set the color for certain parts of the website. But you also have here the theme settings in general, such as social media icons and the links and search behavior. You can adjust the design settings of the cart and checkout as well. Okay, I'm happy with the updates, so let's save the changes we made. Next, let's update the homepage, and we can do that by going here in the drop down and just choosing homepage. Homepage works exactly the same way as the product page. You just have here the templates on the left, and you can start updating and also adding new blocks and sections. I'm going to do that and pause this video while I'm doing it. Okay, cool. The homepage looks great now. Let's update these menu items. Right now, they don't make any sense. Exit the theme editor by clicking on this arrow icon here at the top. Then in the left menu under online store, click on navigation. Click on the main menu. Now you can add your items here. For example, I want to show both of my collections. So first I'll click on add menu item, then give it a name, and I can link directly to the shoe collection. I'll do the same for bags. And I'll make one for leather shoes, but I'll link it to shoes for now just because I don't have leather shoes collection. If you drag the leather shoes on top of the shoes, it becomes a nested menu. So leather shoes are now the child of shoes. Let me remove these menu items as they are not needed. Just click on delete to get rid of them. Save the menu, and let's view the website by clicking on the eye icon next to online store. You can now see the new menu, and shoes are now a drop down like this one. We can close this tab for now. Okay, great. You could also create a separate menu for the footer and put the links you want there, such as shipping information, return policy, and so on. Next, we will update the theme preferences. In the left menu under online store, select preferences. Here, fill in your shop's title and a short description of what you do. This is important for search engines like Google. Then you can upload an image for when people share your site on social media so that the logo shows up there. Lower here, you have the Google Analytics and Facebook Pixel. You're able to install both of them here. If you have visitors from Europe or the UK, you need to do something about the GDPR. I would advise to choose the collect after consent, and you can see they advise you to install this privacy banner app, which will add a banner to ask people for permission to track them. Most websites have something like this. You've seen them. It's the cookie banner. Later, when you choose a paid plan with Shopify, you can also remove the password protection from your site. I will show you how to do it at the end of this video. And don't forget to save your updates here at the bottom. Now, I mentioned that there is a privacy banner app. Apps in Shopify are add-ons that you can add to your store, and they add new features or functionalities. To see all the options, click on Apps in the left menu, and if you want to see them all, click on the Shopify App Store at the bottom of the pop-up. For example, I recommend Gem Pages. It will add a lot of customization options to your page designer, and you will be able to pick colors and new sections to sell more products. Let's close this pop-up. Okay, we are almost done. We just need to set some important settings such as payment method, taxes, and shipping, because without them, we can't sell anything. In the left menu, click on the settings at the bottom. First, we have store details. Fill in your details and check what fields apply to you. It's important because these will show up on the customer's order too, so they see this. Then click on payments. The easiest payment method to set up is Shopify Payments. It's a bit more expensive, but it works well out of box. Just click on the Activate Shopify Payments and then fill in your details and you're good to go. Alternatively, you can use a third-party payment provider. Just click on the See All Other Providers link. Here you can search for providers like Adyen, Stripe, and if you need more local payment methods, then you can probably find them here. Let's go back and scroll down, and you can see that you have PayPal Express option here too. If you don't want it, you can deactivate it by clicking on Manage, and then at the bottom there is this button Deactivate. Let's go back. Next, go to Shipping and Delivery section. Here you can choose where to ship and how much to charge. Go to Manage. Here you can set shipping per product, but if you scroll down, you have domestic shipping. You can add the rate here or remove it to have a free shipping. Then you can adjust other regions as well. You can add countries to a region by clicking on the three dots and choose Edit Zone. Add countries that you want and click on Done. And you can set the shipping rate for these countries now. Once you're done, click on Save. Let's close this pop-up. In the left menu, click on the settings at the bottom. Next, let's quickly look at the taxes. And I know it's a painful topic, but it's a necessary evil. Click on Taxes and Duties in the left menu. Then click on region you'll be selling, for example, United Kingdom. The good thing is that Shopify helps you and provides you links to helpful articles. Just read through what they suggest, and if necessary, you can start collecting VAT by clicking on the Collect VAT button. You'll need to enter some details about your business, but it's pretty straightforward from there. Then if you scroll down to the bottom, you have the policies. So, for example, here we have refund policy, and the cool thing with Shopify is that you don't need to create this yourself. You have this button here, Create from Template. If you click on it, it will just generate text that is used on most shops. Now you will need to change some things in the text, but this just gives you a nice template to start with. And then as you go, you can update it to be a bit more on par with your business. And then if you're wondering how to connect to these pages, you can connect to them in the menu section. So in the navigation, you can add this to your menu or your footer, and these appear once you set it up. And don't forget to save this page once you're done everything. And let's go and see your store. Okay, so right now you have this ugly domain name with Shopify. This does not look professional, and you need to add a custom domain name to be taken seriously. Let's do that by going back to the tab with Shopify Dashboard. Then click on the settings and find domains. Now the easiest way to get a domain name is to use Shopify. It's a bit more expensive, but it's the easiest way to connect. You just don't need to do anything after. Just click on the Buy New Domain and search for a domain name. If you want some ideas how to come up with unique domain names, then check out my tutorial by clicking on the YouTube banner at the top of your screen. You just search for your domain name here, and if it's available, you can purchase it, enter your details, and choose your payment method, and then pretty much it's done. It will do everything else automatically. Okay, we are almost there. Now it's time to test your website and remove the password protection. To remove password protection, you need to choose a Shopify plan. In the settings, click on Plan. So for the plan, it's quite simple. If you're here, just go ahead and add your payment method and then choose a plan. For most people, it will be enough to have the basic one. You can see right now they have some sort of sales going on where you get the first 3 months for €1, $1. But you could also go ahead and purchase for yearly or 2-year plans because that gets a bit cheaper in the long run. For most of starters, it will be just the basic one. It will be enough. So let's choose that. I'm going to go with the monthly one because they have a nice discount right now there. Confirm billing cycle. And now, because I already added my business address and payment method here, it's quite simple. And now I just click here, start the plan. Let me quickly show you how to remove the password. Just go to preferences. And if you scroll down here, you have to restrict the visitors with the password. You can disable this. Save your website. Let's close this. And now we can go and see the store. And you can see you don't need any passwords to see it. Now that you know the basics of Shopify, if your website doesn't look professional, it's going to be really hard to sell anything. This is why you should watch this video next, where I share how to make your website look 10 times more professional.